Across borders, Mozambique's annual rate of inflation reached 10.3% in February, according to the figures compiled by the National Statistics Institute, drawing on the consumer price indices from all the main urban areas. Inflation in February alone was 0.97%, and it was the first 2 months of the year it was 1.96%. Here are the details of this and other news making headlines from across Africa.
The products that contributed most to the February inflation rate in Mozambique were cabbage up by 16.5% and processed maize 9.1%, tomatoes 11.7% and lettuce 10%. The average prices for some key products fell over the month, like butane cooking gas by 3.4%, coconuts by 2.6%, live chickens 2.4%, and shelled rice 1.2%, vegetable oil 0.8%, and dried fish 0.5%. Of all the cities covered by the National Statistics Institute, Inhambane had the highest inflation of 13.61%, followed by Kwalamein 12.76% and Chimoyo 10.9%. The lowest rates were Maputo 8% and Beira 9.86%. Elsewhere, agricultural experts and other stakeholders in Nigeria have resuscitated the set target of wheat optimization due to the poor wheat production in the country. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, Nigeria spent 898.2 billion naira on wheat importation to meet its 90% consumption demand yearly. Federal government's intervention through the Central Bank of Nigeria injection of 40 billion naira into wheat production accounted for an upward increase of 500,000 metric tons of local production in the year 2022 from 60,000 metric tons in 2020. And finally, net profits of banks operating in the Egyptian market increased to about 130 billion Egyptian pounds at the end of December 2022, compared to 93 billion Egyptian pounds at the end of September 2022. According to the Central Bank of Egypt, net revenues amounted to about 331 billion Egyptian pounds at the end of December, compared to 225 Egyptian pounds at the end of September. According to the Central Bank, the return on average assets of the largest 5 banks was 1.3%, and the return on average equity was 21%, while the net margin of return reached 4.3%.